Gemini, there's this feeling that something is coming, and you are right, but I think that you're mistaking um, what it is that you think is coming, because I feel like you've got a lot of kind of pessimism for the future, and that's what this energy is with this card here, the Five of Cups. It's like there's been a lot of bullshit that has happened to you, and nobody can take that away from you. You know that nobody can take that away, um, but you are allowed to release it because it's not. That is not your destiny. That is not what's just going to happen and happen and happen in your future. Um, so let's see. I made some notes for you as I channeled and I looked at the cards here. So I feel like lately you felt like maybe more sad than usual without really a reason. Now we're gonna get some. Um, I don't even know if there's solutions today. They're more just like, here's the facts about the future. So try not to worry. 111 on the clock. So that's a really good sign. I don't usually see the 111. So we do have smoke. So I might read from the book. We'll see. But smoke is whenever you are sensing something, whether there's smoke, there's fire, or maybe sometimes there's not fire. Maybe there's somebody burning, sage or something like that. Maybe you've burnt your cake. Some of you, okay, check the oven. Some of you, yeah, just be careful about the oven. You might overcook something. Actually, tomorrow's, or depending on when you see this, this is a timeless reading, but the astrology for tomorrow is very violent. So everybody should be very careful on August 14th, 2024. Just stay home if you can. Just stay home, because it's exceptionally unstable, and it's coming out in the cards. Now I picked these cards like a few days ago, and I just keep them in a pile and go through them as I go through. So yeah, it's not necessarily relating to that, but we do also have Earth, which is such a good sign to me. When I look at this, I get such a relief. I get such a relief. So take a good look at that. Absorb it. It's kind of like a sigil. It's sacred geometry. So just absorbing that will help you ground a little bit. Oh wow, really? I'm getting a little bit more grounded. I didn't realize I was ungrounded. So yeah, just looking at that. I'm looking at the center. I'm just taking it in. Yeah, so this is about the things that you have lost that are coming back to you. So that's what I really want you to highlight in this reading today, is that there has been a lot of loss for you, a lot. But it's coming back around, like not necessarily the same thing. It's not necessarily the same relationship or the same exact, iPhone that you cracked. But you're gonna recoup your losses. That's the words I heard. You're gonna recoup your losses. Now, as far as the iPhone thing, the reason I say that is because I did pick some other cards, which I put back, I'm sorry, but I got the Page of Coins in reversed. And that, to me, especially with just pretty much all of these cards, says be careful with your physical possessions in the next few days. Just try to be careful. And see, that's why I say these are for solutions, because if you swiped away, you wouldn't know that, and then you might go and break your iPhone by accident. So just be extra careful. Put it in the case. Don't take it out the case. Leave it in there. And don't take the screen protector off, even if it's really annoying right now. Just leave it in there, just for the next few days. And you're good. It's just like there's just this energy of accidental breaking of things right now. Okay, so to the more serious things, people have been hiding the truth from you about something. People have been trying to blow smoke up your ass, I guess. They're doing the smoke and mirrors thing, right? They are hiding something that they feel guilty about, right? So there's these really double meanings here today. They feel guilty about, and I'm just channeling this right now, that they did not want you to know, okay? But the truth will be revealed, okay? And this might be a painful truth, but it's going to be one that you are very, very relieved to know about. And somehow, some way, this is going to give you access to some kind of abundance that you didn't before. So some of you may be involved with a lawsuit. You may be suing someone, because I also got the justice card, which I put back. You may be suing someone, and right now you are feeling like, oh my God, like maybe you're suing a big company and you're like, I'm never going to win. Or maybe you really don't have a lot of optimism about this case. And if this is not for you, then we're getting to other things. But and this could also be a metaphor. But anyway, you don't really feel good about the case. And that's another thing with this smoke. It's like there's just this looming feeling. But I want you to really to ground here and be realistic. You know that you do have a good case. You know that because you wouldn't be in this position. I think that you wouldn't be trying to put somebody else in that position unless they really deserved it. Like that's just what my heart feels right now. You don't have the energy for that. So if you are going after someone for their what is the word, their negligence, then it's for a damn good reason, okay? It's for a damn good reason, and I can't tell you that you're going to win, because maybe that's not the case for everyone, but you can win. If you put that earth energy in there, and you also put some probably divine masculine in there too, you will win this case. Don't try too hard though. This has been coming out a lot. It's not that you don't put effort into things. You still, obviously, you have to put effort into things, but it's that if you allow the effort to come, the effort won't be so strenuous, and your nervous system will stay in balance, and you'll be able to use your intuition. And that is so key. And also your intellect, right? It's so key to be able to use these capacities together in harmony. And that's what this star card, I feel like, is talking about. It's talking about this harmony that you're seeking, and you haven't really found it lately because something was just shattered. Something was shattered, and I feel like somebody else feels guilty. You feel guilty, and there's this hiding of feelings. Maybe some of you are going through a divorce, and you both are angry at each other, but you will not admit that you also both have guilt about it. And that's not my business. None of this is, I guess. You have lots of beautiful memories about this thing that is lost now, and it is okay to grieve this. It is okay to take time and cry and baby yourself. Really, you deserve that. It's not just that you even deserve it, but you need that in order to let it go. And that's what this thing is like. In order to surrender things, we do have to give them something. We have to give them what they need. So we don't need to suffer endlessly. We don't need to go through an endless healing process, but we do need to give them what they need, which is, kicking and screaming and crying and being like, this is unfair, and why did this happen? And really expressing those emotions, and could be by yourself, probably best. And that will really help you to get through this. This was so neatly written, and then I used a Sharpie, so now it's like bleeding, so I don't. Someone trying to I'll come back to it. There's a feeling of something coming. Okay, yes, you are right. Earth says that any loss will be recovered. Some of you partake, and you are being encouraged to do so right now, because it will just be very healing for you, I think. Unless it's something that you have a problem with, in which case, of course, that's not for you. So just use your intuition and discernment. And I only mean something like that. I don't mean alcohol. Alcohol is not going to be good for you right now, okay? You have been waiting and waiting to be healed. And again, like I said, it's going to come when you allow yourself to fully dive into this emotion. And then after you're done, you say, okay, now I give it up to the universe, or I give it to God, or whatever. But you have to go through that little process first, and you have to physically, like, just hand it, maybe not physically, but you have to intentionally hand it away and say, this is not mine anymore, thank you for taking it. Be grateful for the fact that it's being taken, and trust that it will be. And it will be, but if you do not trust it, and if you don't intentionally give it to the universe to be processed into something else, to be grounded and taken from you by the earth, then it will stay with you. And that's what we're trying to really get through right now. We're trying not to let these things stay with us forever, because it doesn't serve us, and you have such a potential to be so radiant and beautiful. Like, you're already beautiful. Sorry, I meant to say be so radiant and in such a beautiful mood all the time, is what I mean. And if you can't surrender this, then it's going to take a lot longer, and it's not necessary. I already said be careful with your pretty possessions. Someone is feeling overconfident. I don't even remember writing that. That's so crazy. I think that must be for the divorcees. The spouse is feeling overconfident. Oh no, it's for the ones in the case. If you have a case, that person is feeling overconfident, and they're showing that to you, and you're starting to believe it. Do not believe that. Just because they seem overconfident, just because they seem confident, does not mean that they have a case. Okay. I just feel like you're really doubting. Like, you're like, there's no way. But there is a way. There is a way. Okay. When you open the door, trying to cover up your emotions, yeah. You can't do that. If there's an emotion that you need to express to someone else, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it, or you're going to have another way, like maybe taking all their money. I'm just kidding. But some way, somehow, you will need to express these emotions to this person I'm specifically seeing, and with yourself. So it feels scary. Rip the Band-Aid off. Okay, rip the Band-Aid off. You will recoup your losses, justice will be served, and the situation will be corrected, okay? For some of you, a past lover or friend made you feel like you could never love again. And this is a lie. This is not true. Maybe it's subconscious, but I'm asking you to just write write about yourself. Write about all the good things about yourself, no matter how cheesy it feels, because you need to understand why you are lovable. Like, you are lovable. You are worthy. You are beautiful and radiant, and so worthy, and so worthy of overcoming this rumination that you've been going through, okay? This constantly feeling like there's something wrong with you when there isn't. You're so perfect, okay? You're so perfect. In all of your flaws, you are perfect, and that's what makes you perfect. If you didn't have any flaws, you would be boring. Just saying. Someone will come to you to apologize. Okay, yes, this person that you are in a conflict with will eventually apologize. It might take a while, but I don't want you to count on that. It doesn't matter whether they do or not, but I'm just telling you right now, they will. And if you can trust that, then that should be enough, because you're not going to get that apology right now, okay? But you will get it eventually. They are going to see the error of their ways, and when they do, they're going to be really sorry. And that's up to you if you want to forgive them. You know, I had a reading yesterday where that was a recommended path, but in this case, Spirit says your energy will align in the correct way, whether or not you do forgive them. But I would say do maintain compassion and your boundaries at the same time, okay? A chain of events that will end in renewal, yes. So I also had a card where there was like a checkers pieces that were falling. So, and it's ending in this star. This star is going to be reversed, you're going to get here. But it's going to feel like this at first. But no matter which side this is, it's still renewal, it's still healing. It's just that she doesn't really feel like that in the process of it. But she knows. And that's why, like, you might not know that you're healing when you really are. Like, you might, that's like when people are laying in the hospital after having a broken leg, they don't feel like they're doing any better. but they are. They are. And because eventually they're going to walk. But every day, each day, second by second, it's like nothing is happening. Something is happening. Just, just, I would, I'm getting really strongly energy work, like self energy work. Um, there's a master class. I don't know if I did some of it yesterday. That was pretty cool. But I always recommend Yair Sagi, Sagy. He is great. It's not like directly energy healing, but it is. And you just have to take my word for it. It is what that is. Because every time I do one of his meditations, I can feel the energy change within me, and it's really beautiful. So same with Ilunia. Ilunia, her meditations on, especially on her like paid thing, it's like $10 a month. Is, I mean, it's extremely useful. So for that, also getting Reiki. But honestly, I just feel like I'm starting to realize that if you can change your own energy, which is a lot easier than we think it is, then you don't necessarily need another person to help you. But it could be useful. It's just not necessary. Like, but you could do it yourself, and it's much more effective because you can maintain that energetic field, while another person can only help you, temporarily as a band-aid. Okay. Okay. So Gemini, this wasn't the easiest message, but I'm telling you, it's going to end up as a win for you. So I want you to keep that in mind and remember that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check the description on my bio for personal readings. I love you.